Okay, welcome back. It's time for us to go to component number 4 of the standard grant proposal. Component number 4 pertains to qualitative objectives. That's qualitative objectives. Qualitative objectives measure changes in behaviors and attitudes in the target population before and after the program. Again, qualitative objectives. Let's think about the word qualitative and it comes to the word quality. Measure changes in behaviors and attitudes in a target population before and after the program. So in this case, we have to write objectives for the grant funder that will document how we plan to determine the changes in attitudes and behaviors that our students will exhibit after they complete the ABC's Fundamentals Reading Program. Again, we have to tell the funder how we plan to document in the objectives and qualitative objectives the behaviors and attitudes that our target population, our students, will exhibit before and after the program. So how do you do that? Well, you have to understand what a qualitative objective really is. The qualitative objectives represent the changes that are referred to as outcomes that are measured over a period of time. So we need to tell the funder what they can expect to see in terms of behaviors and attitudes as a result of the financial investment they make in our program. Let's look at it this way. You want to do the reading program, so you want to think about the fact or own up to the fact that children may not be overly excited about being in a reading program. So the qualitative objectives will determine or will tell the funder that their attitudes toward reading will be improved or changed after they complete the program. But first, we have to explain how we're going to measure that change. So you can say something like, when children enter the classroom, they may exhibit behaviors like anxiety. They may look as if they feel intimidated or afraid. They may even exhibit negative attitudes about being in the classroom for reading. So that information has to be documented for each student that participates in the program. And then you will want to tell the funder that you will document their behavior over a period of time. For example, you may say every week you're going to document their behavior, especially if it's a summer program or a short-term program, or you may say we're going to document it every 2 weeks or every 3 weeks, but you have to give the funder some type of time frame that you're going to use to document behavior. And your objective, your qualitative objective, is that the behaviors are going to improve over that time frame. And especially at the end or after the program ends, you should have met whatever objective you've promised the funder you would meet by using their financial investments. So that's what qualitative objectives are. So let's take a look at your assignment for this one. Assignment number 4. Number 1, write at least 3 qualitative objectives for the ABC Reading Fundamentals program. These objectives will describe the behaviors children will exhibit after completing the program, the ABC Reading Fundamentals program. For example, upon completion of the ABC Reading Fundamentals program, the students will demonstrate confidence when they read aloud in class. That's an example of a qualitative objective because it tells you or it tells the funder that you're going to measure their confidence. And by the end of the program, they will demonstrate confidence when they read aloud in class. So you want to write 3 objectives that are similar to this objective. So if you, let's say that you are a funder and you want to invest in this Reading Fundamentals program, you want to write an objective or write 3 qualitative objectives that will make you feel confident in investing your money in this program. Once you have written the 3 qualitative objectives, then I'm asking you to save the qualitative objectives in your assignment folder so that you can turn them in along with your other assignments when you complete the class. After you finish writing the 3 qualitative objectives, I recommend taking a short 5-minute break before you move on to the next component that you want to write for the standard grant proposal. It's always good to take a break in between the components because you don't want to get burned out, and you want to just relax for a few minutes and then come back refreshed and ready to complete the next component. So speaking of the next component, up next is component number 5, and it is quantitative goals. That's component number 5, quantitative goals. Thank you so much for completing this online grant writing masterclass, and I hope it is being beneficial to you thus far.